Hello, good evening, SG2, and we're back. If you just missed it, we finished up a race in the winners semifinals between Telethar and Relkin. If you missed it, watch it back. It was a good one. But now we have a match on the other side of the bracket. This is lower bracket round 6. Gammachuu versus Andy, a rematch of last year's actual finals of the whole tourney. So a little earlier matchup between these two. Loser goes home, winner moves on to face, I believe it is Jamo? So this will be a great match. I'm Jesse Radical Sniper 99, joined tonight by Homemade Beer with Arya Stark Tracking. Hello, Beer.
Hello, Jesse. How are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy. We had a bit of a break in the tournament for the past week or so, it felt like. But people are back and ready to spoiler again.
Some people are back.
Yes.
Luckily for us, right?
Yes. So Beer and I did take a bit of a look at this seed. It's something not terrible. There's a couple of...
It's so fast.
Yeah, there's a couple of kinks to this one, but nothing too terrible.
Heart pieces. Kind of a shock.
They're both going for the heart piece. I mean, we talked about the idea of starting off with Uncle for an early sword, but both of them saying no.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite sure. We're gonna get some kind of tree pull from Gamma. I think. I could only imagine if he killed a guy there.
Yeah.
There's a house in here, but it's a pretty, I don't know, out of the way kind of.
Yeah, the tier 1 or the tier tree pulls are all good in this one. I think they were all bomb drops, so like you could do any of them for something decent.
The Tower of Hair was a pendant, right?
No, Hair's a crystal. It's Eastern, Thieves, and TR are our pendants today.
You want the hook shot? Okay, yeah. I don't know. Oh well, I don't know. Just thinking out loud. So anyway, how was your Friday going?
I'm doing great. I mean, I didn't have to really do anything stressful today, and then I've got a race tomorrow. You?
I'm pretty good. I just worked, and now we're common.
Apparently, you're very quiet.
Oh my bad. I can.
You're very chill.
I'm kind of I'm all focused on the screen, so I'm not close to my mic, and now I'm close to my mic, so hopefully, maybe I sound a little better. I don't know. All right, we're getting the flippers early. I wonder if...
I mean, we'll have to get them for Andy, but like, it's not a big deal, I guess.
I think he'll probably get them after he gets Bombos out of Thieves Town.
Yeah.
There's nothing else there. It's like go to Thieves Town, get Bombos, get Flippers, and then go to Hype Cave. So that's my guess. I'm not quite sure if what's better or not. It's just okay. There's those bombs and that sword you were talking about. Oh man, this is such a fast seed. I can't wait.
Yeah. The mobility is really nice. We looked. There's like 1 or 2 annoyances. Like a double dip of desert's gonna have to occur because of lack of fire, but for the most part, everything is really kind.
Yeah.
And, we talked about that sword that Gamma just picked up. I'm wondering if Andy is delaying the sword until he gets his boots.
See that. He's out of bombs, so he must have planned his bomb route. See, he'll have a glove? No. Not quite. There's that mirror. Oh! There's another sword in here. Okay. You're just getting everything. Getting action.
I mean, yeah. Let's get some arrows. He just has no bombs right now.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad play. It's just that's like 5 seconds. But then again,
actually, you know what? If he goes to... Okay, he didn't go. I was gonna say, if he had gone to Uncle there, he would have had that tier 2, and the bomb refill there would have been really nice.
Oh, which one's tier 2? I saw tier 1 was the 4 bomb.
I think tier 2 was like 4-pack.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, this is really bad, actually. No one ever gets screwed over by this, right?
Oh, sorry, I lied. It's not the 2-pack, it's the 4-pack. Or the 8-pack, I mean. On tier 2, so, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Alright, Gamma didn't die.
Yeah, if you haven't ever seen a spoiler log... if you haven't seen the spoiler log or checked it out, it tells you everything. It tells you medallions, crystals, pendants, where all the items are. It tells you what enemies are in the prize packs. All that kind of fun stuff.
Andy didn't get that sword, and he's going to have to go... So, okay, Gamma's getting the hammer before Hera.
Yeah, he's going to have a much nicer Moldorm fight here.
Yeah, and Andy's going to have fighter sword only Moldorm. Because Andy could have just gotten that other sword, and then had at least Master Sword Moldorm. By the way, I learned, I don't remember from whom, that if you pick up the floating Ancilla item from that Moldorm or, other Ancilla items that screw you over, with a hook shot, it actually resets the Ancilla, and you don't have to worry about the whole issue with falling and all that.
Really? That is news to me.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's all you have to do, though, is catch it with a hook shot while it's in midair, and it doesn't actually screw you up. So, cool. Yeah, anyone who's playing the game can, learn from that or something. If I'm wrong, you can let me know later. Please send an email to imwrong.com. Oh, that's why Gamma wanted to go right to left. Oh.
Yeah, that's part of the reason Gamma didn't get his mirror yet, really.
Oh, yeah. Hookshot also works. Yeah, see, there you go. Hookshot just resets it completely no matter what. Good to know. Gamma did have an extra bomb here, so Andy did waste a decent amount of time farming the bomb in Hera, the NMG bomb. Okay. That's 5 hearts. Oh, there was 2 hearts in.
Yeah, Paradox was loaded. We were talking about how good Paradox Cave is in this race. It's kind of insane.
Yeah. Okay, so this hammer is going to be useful. I think once we get to the end of this, the conversion of routes is Andy getting the second sword from Uncle Chest and Gamma getting the mirror. So that's kind of what you're looking for when you're wondering about who's ahead. If they go completely different routes, then we just don't know until they're in GT.
Yeah, and I'll be curious how quick Andy prioritizes that second sword off of Uncle or the secret passage check. But realistically, that's a much smoother Moldorm fight. Like, Andy was good on his fight. Boots and Fighter Sword is not difficult. It's very, if you run NMG, that's what you're used to. It's cool.
Yeah, for sure. It was a really well done fight. So, not losing time there. Get him. It's actually a really nice Paradox Cave as far as things are concerned. We have the boots? Okay. I almost he's like, yeah, I have the boots. Oh boy. Oh boy. Moldorm got stuck. That's always funny. Alright, here's that sword. Okay, this is what we said. This is convergence here in terms of... Why are we getting all these arrows? Like... Pretty dang close, if you ask me. So about 5 seconds. I think Gamma's got about 5 seconds right now on Andy.
Yeah, that and a flippers.
Oh yeah, where was that?
That was the back of the tavern.
Oh, okay, so maybe about 15 seconds overall. I mean, like, everything's well within execution still. Just kind of thinking about the different plays we've seen and the different levels of efficiency that it represents. Oh look, there's arrows right there. Why did we open those chests?
Because between the 2 bows that we're definitely going to get and everything else, we need a lot more arrows, I guess.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
If it made sense to you, I'll go with that. I don't know how it does.
Well, you know what? I'll defer to you on that one. Is that I believe it sounds about right. My mic is loud. Okay. Now
I don't know. I think he's talking to. They're talking to me.
Oh, is it? Here, let me.
Apparently.
Maybe that's why everyone thought I was quiet.
I mean, I can be very loud at times. I'm
That's why they call
enthusiastic.
you Loud Jesse.
Oh, apparently. I didn't know that. I'm gonna get self-conscious.
What a great glove, by the way.
Oh yeah, vanilla gloves are great. Andy, where are we going?
No.
We don't have fire.
I don't know.
Ooh.
This is either a huge mistake or he's not stealing the key. Yeah, it's just a huge mistake, really.
Yeah, I think this is just a derp.
Oh, he realized it.
Yep. There's the shake.
Yep. It's okay. He has the key now, and I can key dash more. Hey, look, bombs in that game. That's actually pretty good. All right, you can tell he's feeling a little bit of a little bit of pressure on this race because anyone who's ever raced Gammachuu, has felt the pressure. Regardless of if you know where all the items are.
Yeah, I mean, this race is going to be, these are two of the top runners in this mode generally, so.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, wow, we got pretty big divergence here. Bombos, flickers. Bombos, flickers. Swamp Palace has nothing. Wasn't there a sword we could have gotten earlier? Where's the other glove?
So our second glove is K45.
Oh.
And our third sword that we think they're going to go after is on Lake Hylia Island. So I can see why Andy took this route. His thought is going to be Mitts into Swamp into his third sword.
Oh.
Whereas for Gamma, he's got a bit of a decision to make. Is he routing in Lake Hylia here, or is it Mitts and Thieves and backtracking? Like, I'm not sure how he's going to play this one.
Yeah. Meyer has the other swords. Well, what is the Meyer? Quake. You mentioned that about Quake. Mushrooms. Do they have Quake?
Yeah, they... no, they'll hit that probably during their skull play.
Okay. Okay.
And Fire Rod, it's the traditional Firelock Fire Seed.
Yeah. I guess there's the only other time you're doing Swamp here is if you just do it as a one-off. So I guess this does make sense that you either do it now or you do it as a one-off, and you definitely lose more time doing it as a one-off than you do by not having Tempered Sword. So okay, starting to see how it's all coming together.
Yes, the spoiler log tournament. What happens is that at Go, the runners are given a 15-minute study period. During that time, they build the route, they look where the items are, they start figuring out where they want to go. And then after the 15 minutes, they just start running. And best execution wins. Best route and execution. It's just a combination of those two factors.
Oh, Gamma should be standing at the top. It's fine. We're not here to judge him too much.
I mean, we can judge him. He's our friend.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I was saying, how Andy's saving Swamp is a one-off.
Yeah. He put that route together to get to, like, he's going to get his Fire Rod here in Ice.
Yeah.
So I think there's some smarts to this. He can definitely get a faster, like, he's probably thinking, can I get my Zero Cycle Argus? and some of the others speed up from having tempered and fire rod.
Yeah, like I want to say Gamma lost like 20-ish seconds on that fight compared to Andy, but like I still think entering the portal as a one-off is slower than that.
Well, and
It's
realistically,
it's like what, like 4 screen transitions plus like 2 mirror transitions and yada yada. It's just like a ton, or not. I'm sorry, a flute, a mirror, and like 3 screen transitions.
I guess the question is though, like Gamma's possibly going to double enter that portal anyway, because he's like, are we doubting?
I think he's going for the Meyer sword.
You think the Meyer sword instead? I mean, at this rate,
yeah.
I have to agree with you.
I think you're right, though. I think it's definitely like an opportunity cost for both swords. That like in this case, Andy gets to go straight to ice, which is pretty cool. This actually works out really well, the way he did it. So, all right, what are the odds that? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Just kidding. What are the odds that we find a fire rod soon? All right. So what are we missing? A bow and a quake.
And realistically, the health situation's not too bad.
Yeah.
Either,
yeah,
like
not 6 hearts and all that. Yeah.
6 hearts for Gamma, 6 hearts for Andy. Like we got what, 1 in hype, 2 in paradox. Like that's really nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like in places we had to be anyway. Right, and he gets the nice.
Yeah, the SG tracker interface is known for eating inputs, unfortunately. Arya's doing a great job, but this is the tracker program just eats. It's sad.
Oh, there's that refill. I feel like that was on purpose.
I don't think we're getting armor. I looked where the 2 are. The 1 was available roughly, but I can see why we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we had bombs at the time to get it. And did we have to go into Blind's Hut?
Nope. It was just money, or it was just heart. I think it was like actually just heart pieces, like 4 heart pieces and an armor.
But yeah, that's the freest 2 bows I think you could ever imagine.
Yeah. Especially because you don't actually have to go up for anything else. You just go get them and you're done.
Yeah, it's like, not only do you want the bow, like, you're getting silvers today.
Alright, we're getting the fire rod before... that is not how you do that. But it doesn't matter, because we have bombos. We're getting the fire rod before doing pod here, it looks like. For the sake
I mean,
of
I think it's a good little safety to have.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Nobody wants to do dark turtles. Just
no
semi-dark.
Andy is going to skip that heart piece. He may be looking at a refill later. When you get to this level of spoiler place, there are runners who are planning out where that refill is going to occur, because they're not going to pick up a different safety. Like, maybe I'm not getting powder, maybe I'm not getting a bottle. But if I can plan out my 4 pieces, maybe there's one top of GT that I can work in, or somewhere else late in the dungeon. Or I just get another heart container in a hookshot cave.
Yes, this seed definitely has just health if you want it or need it. The big key? Oh, small key. Oh, does that mean he's skipping the small key?
I think that means we could skip the big chest, or the switch hit.
Now we're grabbing this. Okay.
Yeah, was this the big key? This is a switch skip seed.
Rod. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, a small key and a big key on the route, so you can easily skip hitting the switch and worrying about any like routing weirdness.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. That's a good play. All right, let's see. Does Andy remember the quake? You got the mirror out. I'm gonna guess yes. What are you gonna guess?
Yeah, I think so. I was gonna say, where is the right spot for this mirror?
So if you mirror next to the skull on the right, or on the one that's in the middle of the 2 lanes there, that's on the whatever it's called.
I'm just used to the fact
That's
that
on the
like
grid,
lines, the block or the thief drop is right at the front entrance to Skull. So
Yeah. But the one that's just below the two like kind of weird skeleton spines there, if you're next to that skull, you're on the grid and you can always mirror there safely. That's the one that I use for my visual cue. Oh boy. Getting hit there is not great, but you know what? Oh, he must have missed the fire run shot. Wow, look at all that lag. What is this, fast round?
when did we go back? Like a year?
Yeah. I remember when we had this. Was it League or was it this tournament last year where they had to use Fast ROM to? They introduced Fast ROM and they had to finish the tournament out with Mid ROM.
I mean, last year during the same tourney was when we introduced prize packs into the spoiler log.
That was super cool.
Yeah.
What a great addition. That was thanks to a code edition from Clearmouse who helped get that through.
Nice kill from Andy there. I will say the sword advantage, we'll see how much this kind of continues to matter. I thought maybe, like, well, Gamma can't go to Meyer yet, so...
Yeah. Yeah, the sword's helping. I think, like you said, it'll really depend on kind of, a little bit of cooperation from the Moth, a little bit of making sure that the sword ends up not mattering. Oh, look, there's a different spot here. I don't know this spot, but... Oh! Okay.
I mean, he got it first attempt, which is more than what we can say, unfortunately, from Andy's side. Like, Andy didn't do a bad job, just, he did have a bonk.
Yeah, just barely off. Okay. Oh, now I learned something new today. Oh, crap. Sorry, I'm not sitting up. My bad. Okay, is that better? Probably better. I'm just like laying back in the chair chilling today. It's just
I mean, I get it.
Relaxing Fridays, right? So.
We're kind of like, if you're not in a tournament right now, it's like the calm before the main tourney storm right now.
That's true, yeah.
In a sense, but at the other side is like there's also how many tournaments all going on. Andy's in like 3 or 2 right now, or 3. It's
ooh, nice Ravis strat there.
Yeah, good use of the silvers, recognizing the fact that he had sword beams there.
Oh, yeah, it's in the hammer version. That's pretty good RNG for Hammer Moth. Oh, that last one was not great, but it's fine.
I would say a little slower.
Yeah.
A little slower than Andy, but like within reason, like that is still a great hammer fight.
Okay. So
Andy's still up the sword, but down a crystal right now.
Yeah, so the back of Swamp is going to be about a minute and a half, I think. Maybe about a minute and a half. So that's really
realistically Gamma can pick his sword.
Yeah.
The 2 left are that Lake Hylia sword, and then we actually have the 4th sword in Meyer Big Chest. So we'll see. The thing is, you can get a much nicer Meyer route if you skip the big chest, but it's definitely... You don't want to skip a sword here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tempered Sword versus Master is just a little too important for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, like, even in a good Ganon fight, which is, like, the biggest place where it'll oh, this is really bad for Indy. Oh. Shoot. That's fine. Kind of. That's not good.
I was gonna say, I know he probably wants that 0 cycle. Was that still the 0?
Yeah.
Wow. I would have thought that the having to delay was gonna kill the 0, but
that was really well done.
Yeah.
Everybody get your hands clapping emotes in chat. Probably have one of those. Maybe.
Yeah, what I'll say is like, it's not terrible, but here's the thing. So Gamma's going to hit the switch here, get the small key. He'll go back, he'll get the lobby. If he goes for the big chest, the only problem is he has to make a play over to right side and then head to the back. Whereas Andy's going to get this big key. He'll be able to do this same clip here, but then just head straight for left side big key door. So like this will make up some time for Andy. Gamma's still going to have the lead.
Oh, powder's on the climb too. That is so free. Also the armor. Oh, and a heart. Oh, come on. What is this? What is this end game? Yeah. All right. So now we're kind of. This is it. This is it, folks. This is the lead difference here. If anyone cares about timing these things to a very ridiculous extent, you can do it now. There's entering the big door. No, wait, we can't do it now. We have to do it now or something. I don't know. 52 going down the stairs. Ooh. Okay. Also, Andy can do he can hit the switch and get Spooky 2 a lot easier. I'm curious if he does that. I would.
Gamma taking a little bit of damage there. Not too bad. We got plenty of health to eat this.
Oh wow! How do you? Okay, how do you know? How do you even know? Get out of here!
You do it enough times, you just know.
That one's free. Fine.
That was a good spooky.
Okay, 4 hearts. Don't get hit.
Oh, come on. This is fine.
Probably.
Yeah, that right side eye was just a little bit like, hey, hello.
52, we said. So we're looking at about 1 minute and 10 seconds. So about 70 seconds difference. It's actually a lot. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that is. And really, it comes down a lot to the play into the back of desert. Like, that's most of it, unfortunately.
Wow, we just have to beat desert. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was like a solid 30 seconds for sure. Still quiet. Well, you know what? That's all you get. Balance it out. Yeah, well. Slash. Oh.
That's reserved for my own streams after dark.
Just yell. No, you. I don't wanna.
Beer's already been talking for 2 hours.
You know what? That's true, and I had like a meeting for an hour right before that, so. Tell you what, I'll be right back, and when I come back, you're all gonna regret it.
I will say Gamma is up a whole Lanmo fight right now. Andy just getting his Crystal 5. So a bit of an advantage here on Gamma's side. All that's left is Pod for Crystal 7, but this seed has just been... Like, yeah, this is a blazing fast seed. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back. Does anyone regret it yet?
I'm glad you're back.
Hi. Alright, good key dash. You shouldn't have to do, but it's fine. Money was even free in the seed too. Really?
Yeah, we got a pretty easy 300 in Mini Moldworm.
Saha
Paradox?
won.
Sure, Saha.
Yeah.
There were a couple of,
like,
yeah.
one of those dense overworld, you know, super caves. Gamma dashing in the front of pod. Don't do that, everybody. Everybody, close your eyes for a moment. All right, and there's Andy with his 6 crystal. Gosh, this is such a crazy fast seed. Let's see, pod is what, like another 3 minutes? So we're gonna say like what, 33, 35 entry to GT. So this is sub. No, it can't be sub 40. Could be like 42 minutes probably.
I mean, this will be a sub-hour total between study
Yeah.
and race. This is like not something you see a ton of in this mode. Usually there's some kind of wrinkle to these seeds. This is one of the kinder spoiler
it's in the
seeds.
rando room. Yeah, so this is still gonna probably be, that's still another like minute and a half you lose. So yeah, about.
And realistically, I think we touch DM room.
Oh, is that right? The keys give you that?
Yeah, there's 3 keys in DM.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, yeah, Bob's
test.
torch isn't, so
Yep.
like.
Can you do string keys? No, you can't, right?
Fire Snake isn't a key, so like.
Yeah, you're right. You have to do DM room.
Yep. Even Hope has
Mr.
nothing.
Skipped the filet, is what we're being told in chat. Okay. Reporting live from in the field. Our very own Arya Stark. Thank you for that. That's unfortunate, though, I think.
Oh yeah, Dark Basement.
We'll make
Dark
sure to
Rupee
add
Basement left had the bug net.
Mm-hmm.
That's how serious this is. We skipped the net.
The question of how did Gamma get so far ahead? I think like the biggest thing that we've already talked about, the number one thing that we saw was Andy forgot about needing to have a fire source to beat Desert Palace earlier. And as you stated at the beginning of the race, it was a hard required double dip once you enter that dungeon to get your first glove. A nice hover, probably, Pog. Oh, come on, let's go! Oh, he got it. Well done.
The big boy hovers there.
That was sick.
There we go. Crystal Catch 3205 for Gammachuu.
That's right. Yeah, Andy is. They're basically they're on the same dungeon and the same thing. So he's just on the cutscene plus the boss. So it's about just about a minute. What did you say total? 32 something?
Yeah, 3205.
Okay, 3205. This is about a minute faster than I thought for the full clear. So 34 GT entry.
Depending on Dead Rocks, I mean, we're not going to go in the TR portal. We did not open it, so no way we're going that way. Very nice Waffle House drive-through.
That's 2 in a row. I've done that exactly 0 times ever in my early career.
Yeah, me too. That's why I always jump off the ledge. Because I'm going to jump off a ledge that makes me mad.
Exactly, yeah. You're going to do it in a way that's on purpose or a way that just makes you super angry. So might as well control that rage.
This is why I'm okay at this mode, but I'm not these guys. Like I can route this, I can run it pretty fast, but not this fast.
Yeah, not just a level of that's disgusting fast. I'm with you, buddy. I've run a couple of these in my life and I don't love it. It's too hard, but it's fun to watch, huh? All right, 33, 36. 3205 was the crystal catch.
I think so.
It's like
We're
We
like
lost
still like a minute,
20 seconds-ish?
unless it was more already. I didn't think Andy did anything all that rough in pod to lose time,
Yeah.
but the yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, there it is. 34 GT. Okay. Thanks, game. So we need to do spoiler, but add just like a couple overworld glitches to make them allowed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Andy
the
should have been
Heraclimb.
able to just flip in the GT here.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Only if you're behind, though. That'd be so cool. You're just allowed to, like, what do they call that? Rubber banding, like,
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Yeah, exactly. Just get the 2, you don't need any more. Oh, boy. What's happening here? What is going on?
Game is getting bullied.
Yeah. We just decided we don't want to play well in this room. It's fine. I'm just blaming the runner. Of course, it's the runner's fault. You know, it never would be the Stalfos getting in your way. Hey, they both got the blue boomerang. That's smart.
Yeah, that was a pretty free check when we had it, when we got it.
Okay. I like it.
I want to say that was like Paradox Cave, where everything was.
Mm-hmm. Where everything was. Yeah, 2 hearts.
It was Paradox
Pearl
Cave.
Hammer, boomerang. Like, come on.
It was Para 2.
Minute 15. I don't know about that. He entered at 34 exactly, so he's like a minute 30.
Yeah, like the stairs stopped appearing at like 34 on the dot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is like a minute and a half. This is Gamma's got the advantage for sure here. And what we've seen out of these runners up to this point in this tourney is like they've both had very clean.
Oh, do the hook shot clip. Oh, you
low
coward. Sorry. I like that. By the way, you know that technique there for spoiler.
I don't. I think maybe I've missed some of this.
Well, you just go through the top row like he did, and then you just hook clip while you're pushing the block, and then you only take 1 heart of damage for the whole room.
Hmm.
So it's just a way to take slightly less damage, but you know. I don't know. Oh, get out of the way. Okay. Oh. Quick swap the wrong way. That was kind of crazy from Andy. But nailed it. I like that boomerang trick he does there. I've seen him do that for a long time now, and I've never been able to do it, but it's really cool. Because you can like continue moving, you don't have the hook shot like making you stop, you know?
Right.
Oh. Oh,
That
okay.
Blue Zizak was really kind.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as one of them goes up, you're just like, oh, you're going to be a jerk to me tonight. And that one's like, no, I'll come back through the spikes. It's okay.
It's like, wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Let me come closer.
And Andy is throwing caution to the wind there. Gonna just, take the damage and see if he can start making up some time.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's smart.
Also running a little low on arrows at this point.
That was the crazy room. I wonder if that was a practice room. Maybe. Probably not. You don't really practice that in NMG ever. Oh! Okay. Nailed it. Oh, are the cards in the magic pack? Or are they in the good pack? Magic pack. Okay. Okay.
Nice arrow drops there. Yeah, our Stalfos, I believe, are a part of that arrow pack, so.
Okay. I'm having trouble breathing here.
Yeah, I'm watching Andy on a heart and a half, and I'm just like, okay, gamer. Heads up there with the BMOS.
Yeah, yep. That armor that we don't actually need. don't quite understand picking that up, honestly. But it's fine, whatever, you're ahead. You know, you don't want to die. Dying is what loses at this. Oh, that's not good! Okay.
I mean, you don't want to make it a hug death, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But Gamma into the Aga 2 fight.
Oh, look at that hurt. He's like, that's fine. Actually, it doesn't even matter if he got that hurt, because he's going to get powder here in a second. Probably. Yeah, you probably get powder here. I don't know. Maybe. It really depends on how you feel. I think in spoiler, like, one of the kind of rules of thumb is, like, if you're behind by enough, it doesn't make sense to skip spoilers, because you're not going to, like, out-execute at some level. Like, so not dying becomes like you're out, right? I don't know. I've heard that from some people. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the other side of that is I'm going to put the pressure on where I can. And for Andy, that is like I just have to go for it and just try to make up the time and just show that I'm right on, like right behind you, and you better hit.
Mm-hmm. And he's doing just that.
And that's the thing is Andy's saying like, you're like I'm gonna hover molder him too. I'm gonna skip powder. I'm skipping the armor. I picked up the heart in the pot, but oh no!
Oh, that sucks. Man, that was so sick. That was such a climb. What a gamer climb. Oh, Gamma might just die anyway. Oh, there we go.
And there we go. Very nice triple. Gamma just going to put some silvers into the wall here. And there we go. Gammachuu finishing in first today with a race time of 56:17 or a in-game time of 41:17.
Jesus. That's so fast.
That's ridiculous.
Like both those runners run 41, 42 pace, and it's just like stupid for this mode. And yeah, GG's, get your GG's in chat, like you said.
And I will say that at some point after that, Andy has decided to forfeit, but he is going to, I guess, try to do a clip up GT here for fun. So, always cool. But we are joined by a Gammachuu. Hello, GG.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, thank you. GG's.
GG's.
Yeah.
And we did get the GT clip from Andy, so he's having a little bit of fun to close out this one.
This is a reminder from last year. That's what he did. What happened? Because the first time I took a peek was after I finished off Biddy, and I saw he was.
Oh, it was really close. The problem was like when you guys were both in desert, Andy forgot, I guess, that he didn't have fire and tried to start going towards Landmo. He got as far as the first key and then realized, oh wait, I don't have fire, and then he was kind of just playing catch up the whole race.
Oh my gosh.
You guys had a little bit of a difference in routing with the sword situation. He got Lake Hylia sword and went into Vu first, whereas you started with Swamp first. So little stuff there. I don't know which was necessarily better.
I really consider that sword on Lake Hylian. I had no idea. I'm like, I'm gonna get mitts after Swamp. I don't want to ever have to come back here. Might be best to, after mitts, just go to Thieves Town and get the sword from Meyer. I have no idea. That was my biggest one of my biggest question marks early on in the game.
Yeah. And Andy was kind of just trying to catch up to you in GT. Took an unfortunate death in the penultimate room before Agatu.
Oh,
He
that's
did the whole climb on like 2 hearts.
yeah.
And then pretty much did get through it, nailed the Moldorm 2 hover, and then just in that last conveyor room with the ice, between the spikes and the mini Helma, took a couple of hearts. But we are now also joined by Andy. GG.
GG's.
GG's, Andy.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that sword would have been better because I didn't realize after phase 2 what garbage it was gonna be. I had no rods, nothing. It's like, oh gosh, I have to do 4 spins here. This is terrible. Yeah, Andy, I was told that you went to desert without the fire. Did you do that after you picked up the first glove, or was that with mitts on hand?
Yup, after the first glove.
Oh,
I just
okay.
like totally spaced that we didn't have a fire source, and my notes were just like, "Go kill the boss," and so I grabbed the pot small and was like, "Oh crap."
Yeah.
So that was probably like 30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I felt pretty good about the route. I liked thieves into K45 into hype into Hylia. For early tempered.
Yeah, that was a big question mark for me. I'm pretty sure that would have been worth it to grab just for Cold Stare and Mothula, and not a garbage Argus fight.
Yeah.
Did you get that before Argus? The Temper
Yeah.
Sword? Okay, yeah, I figured.
Yeah, Swamp. I did Swamp after. Like, I did Swamp basically when it was just like, hey, beat your dungeons, and then don't forget Quake and Skull.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't figure out whether it was better to like try and wait for the Meyer sword or not. I couldn't decide, and I was like, I'll just play the slightly safer route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably definitely worth it.
I was curious, like, because early Gamma got we were talking about what we thought your openers might be, and Gamma got the Uncle route into bombs into sword, and then Andy waited till boots. But I was just kind of curious what y'all thought about that.
Yeah, I regretted it instantly once I realized what my stun prize was. Oh, I felt like shit.
Yeah.
Man, that was so bad. So yeah, I went straight to Kakariko to get my flute, and I killed the guard, and I got tilted. There was a full magic that I'm like, oh shit, I should have grabbed that. And then I do Link's house, flute over there too. I'm like, as I'm activating flute, I'm like, shit, I need bomb, because if I use my last 2, it's gonna be Saha and activating Switch and Paradox, and I can't get I don't have glove to do the 50-50 rocks. And at that point, I'm just like, fuck, just do Uncle Rock, get that sword now. And I don't remember where it was where I killed the stun enemy. I'm like, I am realizing as I'm going to hookshot, like, oh my gosh, I hope it's not like the crab. I didn't see the crab or the stun prize, and I was a little tilted. And then I forgot to even use my boots after I flew away from Hera when I'm making my way to Mini Moldorm Cave. That was just tilting me so much at that point. But yeah, and almost dying too. Down 1 heart when I hookshot across, so it's like little things that just annoying me.
Yeah, I like spaced for some reason after Mini Moldorm Cave. I was gonna like kill an Octorok with the hookshot, or like stun it and then kill it with the sword I got there before going up to Hera, and I just like spaced in the second, and I went into Hera with no bombs, and I was like, oh god, what do I do? So I went up to like climb the tower, stunned the beetle with the hookshot, because it's literally the only stunnable enemy in Hera, and got that pot bomb as well. So I left with 9 after that room, and then I could Hera pot, but I was just like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot.
Yeah. I was also looking at enemy, like what drops bombs, the archer. I'm like, at that point, yeah, what's the point, but it was, yeah, I was just a little, not thinking at that point. I just realizing the bomb situation.
And then
And
yeah,
I
I
was-
routed all of the big caves had like money in them that I had just like routed in because I didn't have all the info yet, and I just didn't do a good enough job of scraping my route. So I just
yeah,
had lots of like wasted chest opens.
Yeah, I initially had the rupees and what was it in the well? A couple of others to get pod money, and then I realized, oh, there's 300 next to hookshot. I could just get that and forget everything else.
Yeah, hookshot being like one of the later things I searched, and seeing that 300 there made the notes sloppy for sure.
Yeah.
I'm curious, yeah, if you're because like that was a thought of like you could just flute there, so it wasn't like so bad. But we were like, oh, maybe get the hook shot early. It's like, well, you didn't really need to. You just get the flute early. So, that makes sense.
At least I didn't do the cringe snitch lady house to do the tree pull, because I almost did that. I'm like, no, that's just stupid. I can't do that.
It's always nice paying your boy Hario a visit.
Almost.
Yeah, I think we have some, just there's some random people in chat that are very curious about the bugnet routing.
I don't see that. I don't know.
Did you see where it was though?
Yeah, the first peek was when I was in Mire. I'm like, okay, I think I'm ahead, but I didn't check to see if you had done desert. I'm like, I stopped looking, just focus on your gameplay. And then after the pod Helma sorted, then I took another peek. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I was at that point thinking, okay, maybe a dust or something. I'm just don't be bad, just finish it off.
But yeah, you were game, and I was like barely catching up as we got into Crystal Go mode. It'd be like maybe even not even catching up at all. It was just like every time I looked over, you were like exactly the same amount ahead as you were last time I looked, and I was like, damn, dude, Gamma's on one today.
Yeah, I don't know. I was early part was just a tilting, but after that I'm like, okay, just focus and be cool, just do your game. And yeah, I was hearing you were doing the GT clan was just too hard. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah, I
dude.
mean, at that point, like, I just got to kind of go balls to the wall, and then like, I saved some time climbing GT on like almost everybody generally, right? So like, I just have to kind of go and see how much time I can make up, so that like, if you accidentally walk into Ganon at the start or something, like maybe that's the difference, instead of you needing to die in like phase 3 or something.
Right. Phase 3. Yeah. I was my switch room was not great. I'm like moving. I hit the switch a couple extra times. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I was gonna damage boost, but I'm like, no, I have the time to play it safe, and I'm just walking around like an idiot. Like, oh no, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do that.
I feel like anytime I try to do switch room non-NMG, I just like feel like I'm playing with my controller upside down. So I'm just like, unless I literally have 3 hearts, I'll just be like, whatever. I'm just gonna do this normally. Like, do I feel comfy taking 3 hearts of damage? Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Well, so how does this go for the tourney? What are we at now?
So Gamma, you will be moving on to face Jammo in lower bracket round 7. And there is we do know the lower bracket final matchup after that. So we've got 3 games left in the tournament potentially, or 4. So not a lot left.
I'd say it's 4. Talathar can't get away with going all the way undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
He got lucky against me, anyways. I had to take a mummy Hellway death for him to scrape by,
Yeah, I'll make sure to repay the favor. I'll try my best.
Yeah, we are down to 4 runners in this. Gamma, Jammo, Relkin, and Talathar are the only people left in this one, so...
Cool, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking
I think
forward
this
to it.
is my first spoiler finals I haven't made, also, which just shows how much better all you nerds have gotten.
Yeah.
You could just say like you've been playing so much SM, right? That's what it is.
Yeah, dude.
That's a
You-
SM.
Oh,
you
that's why.
became,
That's why
like-
I poured a rum and coke before this started, so I'd have maximum copium at the end of this when I lose.
Oh boy, yeah. Don't worry. If you're joining the SMZ3 in person, you could go ahead and stomp me right there.
God, dude.
Yeah.
Every time I go to SGL, I'm like, dude, I shouldn't join SMZ3. That's like 3 hours of my day that's just gone. And like maybe if they made it like 442 or something like that.
Yeah, they shortened it.
But
To-
like,
this year,
no,
it's
they just starting
7.
boots. That'll save
Yeah.
you like a couple minutes throughout the
5
run.
minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say, what did they say the settings were for the in person?
Yeah, it's 7 crystals still needed. Last year was 5 crystals, so it's like, okay, just make it a little longer. But we got boots, so don't worry. We got boots.
I mean,
Isn't it fast scanning?
It is fast scanning. Yeah, last year was fast scanning,
Okay.
but you know they
Save like 4 more minutes
yeah.
instead of like 30.
Basically, yeah. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna join that one. I expect to get out early, so yeah. I just hope for Zelda C. That's what I always hope for.
I mean, just learn NMG. The NMG tourney is going to be pretty fire.
oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
I basically have to choose between NMG with a million prize pool or SMZ3
Yeah.
with 2 cents prize
Oh,
pool.
yeah.
Like those are my 2
There's-
options.
Well, listen, one of them
Uh,
takes longer. So if you really like playing video games, then the answer is very obvious. That's all I can say.
Yeah, what's my hourly rate if I get top 8 in both of these tournaments?
Oh. Oh gosh. Yeah. Thanks for doing comms and GGC, Andy.
Yeah,
Good
GG's,
luck
dude.
at SGL, and don't join SMD3. I want to try to prolong my tourney stay there.
Maybe I'll join until we match up, and then I'll just forfeit afterwards.
Oh, okay. All right. I see how that is.
Maximum BM for beating me twice, 3 times in a row. Spoiler.
Top
I
tier,
never-
top tier. Perfect.
I never thought I'd meet you, and after we both were in finals last year, we both ended up in the lower brackets.
Losers quarters.
Not the lower bracket. I like how they
Yeah.
they put that. But yeah, GG's again, Andy.
Yeah, GG's, dude. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for restreaming. Don't let Telethar do this to everyone. All right.
Perfect.
Nah, I'll see you in finals, Salthar.
Awesome. And yeah, as these guys are talking, we are just under a month away from the in-person Speedgaming live event. That'll be starting at the beginning of October. This tournament will finish before then, and then there's going to be just so much going on over the weekend of SGL. Definitely tune in. As we were talking about, there's going to be an NMG tournament for Link to the Past. There will be the SMZ3 tournament. There is also a rando tournament for Link to the Past as well. So a lot of tournaments and tons besides the ones that we just mentioned and talked about. You'll see that as well on the closing screen tonight. But big shout outs to Gammachuu and Andy for running this one and both jumping in to talk for a little bit. Beer, it has been a pleasure to come with you. And thank you, Arya Stark, for doing the tracking tonight.
Absolutely, it's been great. Great fun. I'm glad we got to have this opportunity. I don't usually get to come with you, so
Yeah, I know. It's been a
Awesome.
while.
Do that.
Like,
yeah.
there hasn't been a lot of big restreamable tournaments for a while. It's like we're getting back to it.
I know,
Main
it's starting
starting.
to kind of feel that way. Huh? There's a lot
Yeah,
of big stuff going on right now. It's cool.
the big tournaments are starting again.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Beer, are you going to be at SGL?
I am. Yeah.
Well, I'll see you there.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Neither can I. I am super excited to meet everybody this year. I have not seen like any of you in person.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I feel like you're the
Right?
you're the final holdout.
Well, besides the rest of my team.
I've met all of your team though.
I know you have. I'm jealous of the California connection going here.
Yeah.
But with that, we are going to call it a night here at SG2. I think there might be a couple of other things going on in the other speed gaming networks. But there is a packed schedule tomorrow. I will shout out the fact that we have qualifier races for main tournament tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow is open at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and then Sunday is the first cross hunt qualifier seed. Do watch those. Pay attention if you're interested in joining the main tourney. Qualifiers will be running the rest of this month. The race time room for that race should open 30 minutes before the race or something. So join that. Have fun. But good night, everybody.
Good night.